Today I wanted to update you on progress that's being made for OpenMuscle.
And before I continue, I wanted to send a special shout out to Electromaker for featuring uLabel as the second place winner for the month of April.
In second place, we have MicroLabel from OpenMuscle. Our judges were super impressed with this project for obvious reasons. Congratulations, OpenMuscle. You have won our second prize this month. And yeah, I hope that that $100 goes towards this project and helps it continue. I'm really excited about what you guys are doing.
Thank you so much. That money will be used, and already has been used, for pieces of the next OpenMuscle DevKit project. So thank you. OpenMuscle has been working with Ultimate Robotics. Now, Ultimate Robotics has these EMG sensors called uMyo or micromyo, and right now I have 4 of them that are placed around the forearm to detect when the muscles in the forearm are contracting. This information, if used with a label device such as uLabel, can be used to train an artificial neural network to predict not only individual finger movements, but multiple ones at a time. Now, this device is only measuring the flexion and extension of the fingers and does not measure abduction or adduction. But it is a good start to try to create a very robust open source prosthetic sensor. Now, it's nowhere near finished, and it's currently in the research stage. So I invite anyone to come and help with this. So all of these devices are open source and open hardware and active on GitHub Repositories online. It has active code that you can demo the last version. It even has a virtual hardware for you, so that way you can train your own model on your own computer and poke around the code and see kind of what I'm doing. Let me just quickly walk you through the process. I started with trying to make my own pistons and cylinders using electromagnetic wire and measuring when a magnet went back and forth. I was working on a 4x4 matrix. I had to reduce it to 2x2. This was with this spring piston mechanism that I made. It was very cumbersome, but it was a proof of concept. And when I flexed my fingers, these pistons actually depressed, and therefore getting closer and further away from the Hall effect sensors. So that was the first indication that I was on the right path to creating something that would work. I then tried to make an entire bracelet with a single sensor and 4 of them. That was where I got my feet wet, so to speak, into the project, and I realized the complexity and the wiring was kind of a mess, but I eventually got to OpenMuscle 12 is the first one that was able to, with the LASK4 system, predict finger movements, which is pretty cool. The flexion and extension of finger movements, 4 of them. So it was able to accurately, with roughly about 10 minutes of training data. Now, I tested this in a blind method to make sure that I wasn't accidentally just memorizing the data. So I had one set of recording. I left the bracelet on my forearm, and then I tested it, and it was able to accurately predict finger movements. And this is only with about 10 minutes of training data. Now, that was enough to let me know that yes, there is enough information in the forearm that pressure sensors alone can predict finger movements. I worked with Ultimate Robotics, and I purchased 4 of their uMyo EMG sensors, and I did the same thing with the LASK4. So then I was also accurately able to predict finger movements with 4 uMyos and the LASK4 system. Again, predicting flexion and extensions of 4 fingers. We worked together, and we decided to come up with uLabel, which is a joint effort that runs off of the microcontroller, the NRF52 board, and it actually has 5 pistons. So now we can even measure a little bit of the thumb to start to get more data in a more robust suite of tools, because this is a suite of tools that is required. So now I worked with them. This is still a work in progress. It works, it functions. I'm able to record and predict again with the uMyo, but I am running into a couple of problems just with the hardware and just with the setup. And we're going to start actually developing some more tools in the future. Now, Ultimate Robotics has stopped selling their uMyo temporarily, They will start that up again. They are located in Ukraine and they do have a war going on. So they are quite busy and I try not to bug them too much. But until they get uMayo going and have a little bit more free time, I've been focusing my efforts on improving the pressure sensor band. Now, I may change this. This is right now just a working prototype. I'm trying to get it as low cost as possible into a DevKit form factor. What I mean by DevKit is this isn't meant for someone to actually use as a prosthetic sensor, but rather it's supposed to be used for a student trying to learn about this technology and maybe improve upon it themselves. And that's the beauty of open source and open hardware projects, is that these are meant for anyone that wants them. You can create your own, make your own, and no one's going to stop you. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a project I'm very passionate about. If you want to help, please reach out, leave a comment, please smash that like and the bell icon, and subscribe if you haven't. Let's see if we can make a positive difference in this world. Mia, come here. Let's see if we can make a positive difference in this world. Till next time. Mia just wanted to say hi.